Hello and welcome to my demonstration video of this data analysis program. Today, we're going to walk over a program that I wrote, a Python script that analyzes real estate data for a huge section of the United States. And so I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration right now. It has 5 options. 1 and 2 are where are the most expensive homes and where are the cheapest homes. They're searched by state and searched by price. So let's just go through them one by one. So my first question was, looking at this data, where can I find the most expensive homes, right? And it lets you select an amount of listings. I can do 5 listings and it will show me the top 5. So you see here, it has the price, 9 bed, 10 bath, 400 acres, which is a ton. And it has the full address and the house size in square feet. And so these are real listings across the United States that are for sale right now. You can use this to search literally for a home you can buy. Let's say I do the same thing, but I want 55 listings. Well, it'll give you 55 listings. You see the top house is worth $60 million, but the 55th largest listing on here is only $14 million, which only $14 million. But if you look at some of these, like look at this house, $15,900,000, 21 bed, 22 bath, not even an acre in Falmouth, Massachusetts. I think that is crazy. 23,000 square feet. It's crazy. But you can see here that it gives you a quick summary of how many listings are in each state. 4 in New York, 1 in New Hampshire, 5 in Virgin Islands, 14 Puerto Rico, 27 Massachusetts, 4 Connecticut. So it seems like Massachusetts is really leading the expensive home market. You can do the same thing with cheap homes. Boom. How many listings do you want to see? Let's give 45. We get 45 of the cheapest listings from the data. So it uses pandas to sort through the data, and it has like a $1, $1, 445, all these different New Hampshire addresses, and then it gets up to 10,000, 11, 12, 14, 15, $16,000 homes, which I'm not sure what counts as a home, like what they're selling here, but they show up on the real estate database. It shows you here of the total, how many are of each state. And so that is also done through analyzing the data through pandas. We can also search by state. And so like I click search by state, it will show all the available states in this database. So you can see it's only 12 states and Puerto Rico. So 11 states in Puerto Rico. But of these houses, there are 203,000 entries of data for these homes. So let's just choose Vermont, 6. It will show you the 10 most expensive homes in Vermont, the 10 cheapest homes in Vermont, and the average listing price in this state. I think that's really cool. The average price in Vermont is $360,000 for a house, right? But if I do the same thing, search by state, and I choose, let's say Massachusetts, the average listing price is almost $1 million from like all the highs and lows averaged out. I think it's really interesting to look through the insights that you can get from this information. Finally, we have a search by price. You select search by price, and it says enter a price between 0 and 60 million, which happens to be the low and high of these that I actually got by using this first question and the second question to make sure. So let's choose $550,000. We enter that, and it shows everything that's slightly higher and everything that's slightly lower. So right here is $550,000. Above we have 551, 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, up higher. And it has the addresses, the information about each, and then down here it's slightly lower. So I can check from 549 to 557, and it'll just show me all those listings. I can do the same thing, search again, and let's do, I can afford 2 million, 2 million. Look, I have 2,100,000 all the way down to 1,999,000, and all of these homes with real addresses that I can look up the information now and buy these homes. So it's a great resource to look for your homes. So let's choose 5, quit out of the program, and let me show you how the code runs. A really basic code. It's got a couple of files, about 100 lines each. They're both Python classes, and these classes hold various things. This main class directs the user input over to datareader.py. Datareader reads realtordata.csv, which if we load, it's over 203,000 lines of CSV formatted real estate information. This main file takes user input and it divides it into the classes, or it's into whatever function is required. If you do homes, which is like the most expensive, cheapest homes, it has by state, and then it has by price. And this will just send it over to data reader to do the heavy lifting. My favorite part of this code is that I have an infinite loop where while done equals false, self.operate. And operate is what like sections you off to the different parts. And so as long as you keep going, you can infinitely run this program until you choose 5 for quit, which is great. Let's go over to data reader. It's a little bit more bulky. This one has connections to the CSV file, and it has a function, a method for getting the homes. And if it's high, it will use Panda to sort out the highest values based on the quantity that you give. If it's low, we'll use panda.n smallest to give you the smallest, and it will use this special method that I wrote to add commas to the numbers so that you can see if it's 60 million or 6 million or 600,000. And the comma right here, it uses this line of code to add the commas to the numbers. And then here it will sort out the information for the state, how it showed like, well, this many listings are in this state, and all that is handled right here. Get by state does the same. It will show you, so get by state actually in main, it will show you all of the states by state, display all the states and the indexes for getting that. And then the state will get passed into data reader, which will just use pandas to sort through in that state. It will rehash out the whole panda data frame just from that state, and then it will find the most expensive and the cheapest, just similar to the first one, but by state. Lastly, get by price. It will take the price and it will find the data that are above and below that price and create 2 data frames, one above it with that price up to 60 million, and one data frame with that price down to 0. And from the lower one, it will take the top 20. From the upper one, it will take the bottom 20 and give you a good cross section of all the listings that are around the price that you insert. And it uses Panda functions for the highs and lowers, and for the mean, and for like sorting through all of this. And it also gets reformatted when I print it to make sure only the information we need is printed at the end. So that's my program. I would love it for you to go on GitHub and check it out for yourself and see if there's any comments or any criticism or anything you want to submit. I would love to have that. Thank you so much for watching this video.